went to Turkey with the girls for a week in September last year. And the only reason I didn't touch social media was because I was outside the EU and it would have cost me a lot of money.
So it was enforced.
It was enforced.
And did you come back from that like feeling really refreshed, or were you a bit frustrated while you were away?
No, I had my Kindle, I had my ebooks, I was reading, I was maybe not working per se, but yes. I was definitely learning, and I was, keeping up with ebooks about leadership and about running your business and about entrepreneurs and tech.
What books have you read in the last 6 months to a year that are to do with business would you recommend to somebody?
Well, I've read Anna Scheller's Black Belt Selling, which is great. It's available on Kindle. I'm a big advocate for Kindle. I love my physical books, but if I'm going on holiday, stuff them all into the Kindle and run on. What's her name? Oh, it's completely gone out of my head. I'll get the name for you and I will send it over to you later.
Have we think about it?
Yes. But those two have been great. Now, with the Irish author, one of the first things she says is write down your goals. Write down your financial goals.
Yeah.
You might already be at your goal without realizing it, so then extend it, because I asked one of my friends the other day, I was like, how much do you need to earn a month? Yeah. And he gave me a figure and I went, right, well, let's sit down and look for all your expenses. Yeah. And then he realized he needed to double that figure,
so they weren't being realistic about what they needed to earn.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. So one of the things I'm doing this year, because of a program I'm in, is every month I am actually doing my books, which might sound really ridiculous to somebody else. But understanding where's the money going, where's the money coming in from, not even just how much money is coming in, but where is it coming from, and where is it going to? And it really is fascinating, but it also really helps you to focus on what to do more of. So I love that. I love the whole goal setting thing. Do you set goals for yourself, Esther?
Yes, I set personal goals and I set the goals for the company. Uh-huh. So we have PR agents in Mexico and here. So we all have our goals as to how many new clients and how many referrals and how many phone calls and all that. So
brilliant. So what do you do if you hit your goal? Do you reward yourself?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
What with?
Oh, because I saw the post on with Samantha Kelly, and she rewarded herself with a chair, and you like to reward yourself with cups.
I love my pottery.
I love my mugs, but if it's a big client, I will take a spa day.
Oh, love it. Yes,
definitely.
Good idea.
A relaxing day. Me and take a friend with me and leave the office behind for a few hours and just enjoy.
Tell me about finding new clients. So I'm really interested in this. Do you do cold calling as such? We talked a little bit about referrals and stuff earlier, but do you, like you said about picking up the phone, would you make a cold call to somebody if you were looking for business? Have you done that before?
Yes and no. In that I've generally already met them.
Okay.
So I've already met them at a networking event, or I've already been interacting with them on Twitter or LinkedIn or Facebook. So it's not cold. But sometimes it is just a Facebook messenger call because they've said, oh, I need a web designer or I need SEO. And but in general, it's more warm than cold.
Okay. So if somebody had posted in a group you were in and said they were looking for a web designer, would you send them a message and invite them to speak to you, or how does it work? What way do you work that?
Yeah, I would send them a message. I would send them, reply to them in that message and say, I've sent you a PM, and in the PM leave my email address and my phone number and ask for theirs.
Right.
Because it's not just leaving it in their court. Yeah. So then if they give me their phone number, then I'll get on the phone and it's nerve-wracking.
It is nerve-wracking.
I don't know. But at the end of the day, if you've got something that they need and you know that you can help them, then, work away.
Yeah, so I mean, your background is in business and Spanish and teaching, and my background is in geography and software projects. So we weren't taught to sell, were we?
No. No, and I have a lot of American friends and clients who are sales coaches, and just listening to them, it's like, seriously, you can do that? You can talk about yourself in a positive way. And, that's also not what we were taught here in Northern Ireland.
No, I know, and I think we're at a bit of a disadvantage on that, to be honest. I do think that, because I have a lot of American people in my network as well. It's not just Americans as well. Like I've the fabulous Suzanne, who runs Big Brand Play Big Brand Big. Anyway, she's fabulous. Suzanne Chadwick in Australia, and she's so confident. And it's really like, we just don't have that. Whatever way we were raised at school, they did not give us that skill, and I'm not sure that they're giving my kids that skill. So I'm giving my kids that skill right now. But yes, we're a wee bit of a disadvantage of that, I think, Esther.
Yeah, well, I have noticed now my son, he's now 8, he'll be 9 now in May. He's coming home from school with Young Enterprise certificates. So I'm loving that they're starting it earlier, and then in P7 he has the option to start his own business.
Yes,
and be young entrepreneurs. And it's just, that's something that we didn't have. We were just taught, you have to go to university. Like this is the line you have to follow. So it's great that it's not just one path anymore.
No. So yesterday, 2 things. Yesterday, I volunteered for Young Enterprise at my son's primary school class in P7. So we are currently building a business that is going to be, I think we've settled on Easter activity packs that we're going to sell to the parents for Easter holidays. So the kids are going to come home from school. The parents are going to buy the packs, and then the kids will have something to work through over the Easter holidays. It's fun. We're going to have an Easter egg challenge and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be really fun. So that was one thing. So Dahi's doing the Young Enterprise. And then my daughter, who is second year at big school, has the option of doing business studies and computer studies in third year. And we didn't do business studies. Like I went to grammar school and we didn't have the option of business studies.
No.
And I'm really trying to push her down the road of doing computers or business studies in third year. And we were having this whole conversation last night. And at the end of the day, we thought, well, actually, what she's really interested in is science. And I think she'd like to go down the route of medicine. So by the age of 13, I think you get more of a say in what you want to do than your mum saying, you need to do computers. And she's looking at me and I said, you need to do business studies. She went, Mum, just because you have a business does not mean that I have to have a business. I don't want to have a business. So, and I even pulled up the questions that you get, the sample GCSE questions for business studies. I went, I said, you know the answers to these already. Just go, Mum, I want to do that.
But even doctors need websites and computer skills.
Exactly. As her dad said to her, what would you like to do? And she said, well, I like to be a photographer or a doctor. And I said, well, look, there you are. If you want to be a photographer, you need to have clients, you need to have business. She said, oh, stop it. I think she just said, well, actually, you can just teach me all that if I need that when I'm older. So she's very wise child. Oh dear. What would you say, Esther, have been the biggest challenges for you? I mean, moving countries with your business, I would say probably be right up there. What would you say I think has been the biggest challenges for you in running your own business?
Well, definitely moving country, and it was starting over again. I mean, I moved back to the same town that I had grown up in, but I'd been gone for 15 years between university and Mexico, and I didn't remember anybody. Other people remembered me because of the family name and stuff, but I was starting from scratch, and I was, I came back home, but it was all the same, but only one difference was there was a traffic light now in town.
You're from a small town.
Yeah, very small town. I mean, the last bank moved out there in June, so very small town, but I mean, that starting all over again, helped me to see that, a business isn't just given to you on a silver platter. You have to work hard. It is about who you know, but it's more about what you know.
Yeah.
You have to prove that, you're the expert in your field and that X, Y, Z that other people, sort of brush over, or like you said, be able to explain things without all the jargon.
Yeah. Because,
it's a small rural community, and, even if I mention the words SEO, people are like, what's that now?
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I think too, because of that, a lot of our clients are not local.
Yes.
Because I would work a lot online. So it's just realizing where you should go to find your clients. I mean, it's not just sitting behind a computer, and, you have to get out there. You have to go to networking events. You have to go to business events, not just networkings, but go to business events, go and learn, even go and sit and come up with different, like I would be very fluent on Twitter, but even going to a Twitter refresher course, and keeping up with all the trends and stuff that's online. I mean, online digital marketing changes practically daily.
Yes, it really does.
That's been a challenge with having the 2 kids and all your school stuff and after school and
fitting it all in and learning.
Yeah.
I mean, I find, so interestingly, I don't know, are you in any chambers of commerce or anything?
No, I'm not in a chamber of commerce. I'm in ABC Business Network, which is Armagh, Banbridge, Craigavon.
Okay.
And I would go to some of the Newry digital meetups.
So because I love, well, as you know, Esther, when you've been at my networking events, I love running networking events. I love going to them, but it is really hard when you have 3 kids as well.
Yeah.
And, I think I've talked about this in the podcast before. Like I had, what are we at? We're in February. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to my old school's business breakfast and I had to be there at 7:15 in the morning. So organising all that and organising the household to get there. I mean, it was really worthwhile. It was so worthwhile. And Karen Hardy, who went to school with me, and she's now the partner in a law firm in Dublin. She spoke amazingly, and I'm so glad that I brought her along and we went, and it was a brilliant event. But you can't be doing that every week, know. But I've contacted the Northern Ireland Chamber of Commerce, and I'm going to join it and see what it brings and make an effort to go. Now, the lovely person on the phone yesterday said they have 60 something events a year. I thought, well, I'm not going to 60 events a year because when would I get any work done? But it sounds like a good network to try out. But you're right, you have to get out there. And especially, I live in the suburbs of Greater Belfast. There's no networking in my local village here. Like I need to go into the city to get it. So, and you're the same. You're having to go, you're going to Newry, and you've come to Belfast for networking events. Yeah. But it pays off, doesn't it? It really pays off to go to events and meet people, I think.
It does. And I think too, even the further you go, the more people are impressed. I mean, I've been to networking events in Cork and Galway. I'm going to one in Donegal now in April. I go to a few in Dublin. Like you say, when you get the childcare chances, I like the ABC Business Network ones because it's once a month. It's always the last Thursday of the month, so you can plan it.
Yes, that's good.
And at the minute, we're down to 1 car. So my neighbour also has kids that go to the same school as mine. So it's just, can you pick them up one morning a month, and I'll bring them all home. You pick them up and so that's, just divide and conquer with the family and like.
I actually think a mother who makes it to a networking event should get a gold star. Especially if it's, as you say, around school time, pick up time. And a lot of events here in Northern Ireland seem to start at just at tea time. Yeah. And I think, well, those are not being organised for working mums. That's for sure. But we can talk about that another day.
We can.
All right. Esther, it's been really fabulous talking to you. And before we recorded this, actually, you and I are talking about